This is a new way of doing things. What in the world?
Should we leave this in here for next guy?
I suppose.
Jam it. Delusional.
What?
Delusional.
I don't even know. Don't use big words like that around me. You know what confuses me?
I don't even know what it means.
He doesn't even know. Wow.
You're like, "Hey."
I'm ready, but I have no idea what we're doing. I need the Swede. Where's the Swede?
We're just out here getting it done.
Do you need to seek medical attention?
I think so. I might lose my temper.
That's a prostate.
You'll find out.
That didn't take much.
Larson?
You never know what we're gonna get into, right, Dougal? You're in the rhubarb! I'm having fun. Morning, honey.
Good morning.
Woo! Breakfast is served. We're getting ready for the Monday morning routine has started. Morning, buddy. Hey, Melvin. Hey, buddy. So if you guys been missing Toby, he's been missing you guys too, and his internet doggy friends. That's what brings us today's sponsor. Because Toby wants to tell you all about it. Don't you, buddy? Yeah? Yeah? So I think why Toby likes Sunday dog food so much is it's 90% meat and no preservatives, 10% superfood, right, Toby? Actually, a human can eat it. Don't suggest that. I probably wouldn't eat dog food, but he sure loves it. Look at him go to town. Beagle. Beagle. So if you guys would like to try out Sunday's dog food for your puppies, go to the link in the description. You can use code LARSON, all capitalized, for 50% off your first order. I suggest trying it. You're going to get the best buy to give it a try. If you use code LARSON in the link in the description, I'll have it all set up there for you. And give it a try. Oh, look at, he's got to wash her down. Yeah, there's the tail. Hey, Beagle. All right, let's get back to the video. Today is the day, Brody. I'm not excited, but I'm excited for the project to be over. How's that for an answer?
Sounds great.
Sounds great. Well, it's been 4 years since we've done this, so we'll see if it's as bad as I remember it being. But we have to take the Estes concaves out of the lease combine because it's going back. So that's these separator grates, 3 of them. These are the worst part. From what, if I remember right, those are the worst to do. And then something we're pretty much familiar with doing, the concaves. So these got to be pulled out. Gonna put the round bars back in because I'm not gonna give away my aftermarket concaves. Then we got a slow down kit that we put on for black beans, which I believe helps in corn also too. My cab, all the cameras. There's a lot of tear down. The new blower tube you just put on the back like 3 weeks ago. Yep. Yeah, so let's get at it. Okay, I find it extremely easy to use a ratchet strap to hold this up, pull these pins out, and then release the ratchet strap. They all come down at once. You unbolt this plate, take that out, and then concaves out one at a time.
Mm-hmm. You start with the middle one, right?
I think it's middle, then rear, then front. I don't know if the front or rear have an order, but the middle is definitely the first one.
Okay, come on, let's get to it.
Brody.
Whoa.
There we go. Okay, I think she's ready to be unbolted. Okay. Good?
Yeah, I got it.
Here's the heavy one. This one's really heavy.
Heavy to some people.
What?
Heavy to some people.
As you just walk away. Flexing. All right, there's what it looks like with most of them removed. There's the threshing elements.
If you want more capacity, just run them with them out.
Yeah, right. Just put all the corn cobs right down onto the
It's stuck.
cleaning system.
You gotta lift up or something. It's stuck on this back bar here. The augers, the cross augers.
Yeah, I think we both gotta lift up.
Okay, you ready?
1, 2, 3.
Okay, one more time.
One more time.
Okay.
Okay. The opportunities to lose fingers here is quite high. Okay. Halfway there.
Oh!
We're halfway there. What, Brody?
We can start our own channel working on with concaves. Okay, that's enough.
These are showing some wear.
Yeah, weird.
Not terrible, but definitely are not new anymore.
How many bushels have gone through here?
I'm not even exaggerating when I say millions.
All right, next project.
I've managed to work up a nice sweat, Brody.
Now what?
Okay, I've gotten the other side unbolted on these, and if anyone has ever had to do anything like this, it's really an experience because the other side has the rethrash. It's not nice and open like this. A lot of monkey arming. She's hooked, ain't she?
She's hooked.
Yeah. I do remember this being the more challenging side of the half. I may have to weasel my body, wedge my body up in the other side and try to lift and push. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Oh. Oh.
What do you think?
You can't push anymore, or can you?
A little bit.
Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna get this out.
You need help?
Unless you can lift, but I have to get outside of this bar.
Okay, I'm coming over. I'm wondering if we didn't do this wrong. Should it be twisted sideways and then would it just come right out? Rotate back the other way. What is it hooking?
I don't know.
Last one.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think they got heavier.
Andy and Kyle and Tom came by.
And they didn't help.
They didn't help. Unbelievable. They're being nice reps and coming around, seeing how the Salford stuff's working out. And brought us donuts and didn't even help us do this, but we got it out. We got it out.
I know.
Now we need the OEM ones, which are at the other yard. Okay, now it's just to get the original ones, which these back ones look like that. We put those 3 in, and then the factory round bar. No excitement.
But the bats.
Oh. Brody hates bats. I don't appreciate when they land on me, but he really hates them.
Right there. 2 of them. There's 2 of them.
Oh, so here is our separating grates, our round bar. This is our final drives. Since we leased that combine and it was on tires, final drives. This is actually the ladder like what Brody's combine has that we never did put on my combine. It came with the kit with the tracks, I guess. I don't know. We didn't order it. It just come with. And then on that end of the shed, we've got 4 650 tires. All this stuff has to go back with the combine. It don't sound like we are going to be taking the tracks off and putting the final drives on, but it's not my problem. I was told they want it back as is and this stuff with it, so that's what's going to happen. Amazing how that worked. So this, fun fact about these poor things, these used to sit in what used to be a building there, and when that left with the tornado, we've got glass, you name it. There's old bolts. That looks like a plow-lay bolt. Whoever does something with this in the future is gonna be like, what were these guys doing? You wouldn't have wanted to be anywhere near that building when this let loose. What is this thing? What's this do? It all goes with.
Hey. License plate. Someone used it for something.
It looks like one that was under my feeder house. This is a new way of doing things. What in the world? What's going on?
We're saving the world, one cover crop at a time.
What is it? Oh yeah, that looks like it. How far
I
are
don't
you
know
gonna
how
try
far
and
those are gonna go, but I know how far that will.
wheat and what's this other stuff?
Camelina, I believe is how you say it.
I'm gonna go take it home and I'm gonna plant it in my house.
This is a lot.
Wow, I've never seen this performed before.
You see my my safety stops?
Oh yeah.
That's a nice pin. Looks new.
They're both new.
How much is wheat when you don't grow it yourself? They upcharge
You know, I
over
think
the Chicago Board of Trade.
I think I'm gonna have like $15 an acre into wheat and camelina. It's just the smallest seed.
Yeah, it is. It's a good thing it is a little breezy today. Maybe that'll help it spread farther.
Are you going today?
My deadline's tomorrow. November 1st, I've gotta go.
He has no choice.
Oh, you got one more day.
Is this your last spreading of the year?
Yeah,
The last job?
until we realize we forgot a field, yes.
There's always the springtime to fill in. No, I think we're putting some hog manure on what? 300 acres roughly?
Yeah.
And they finished. We've touched up those fields. We got black bean fields for next year. I think we spread the P&K in the spring, so
Anything that was prescription.
got that, the VR spreading. She looks like she needs a bath, so do you.
Well, the cab, when I start to trad her, it's kind of humid from the fertilizer, so it fogs up all the windows. Needs
You've
to be
got
clean.
You've got
really.
fertilizer in the HVAC.
It appears so.
That sounds good on everything. This is what we do.
I see two of you. You're wearing the exact same outfit.
Proof watching, something you guys don't get to ever see. Here we are working in proof watching videos for you guys. Okay, Brody, you ready to struggle? Are you paying attention?
I'm gonna let the combine clean out here, get it all in the grain tank.
Yeah.
Combine 21,000.
Listen for imperfections. So, concaves, not so bad to swap out. Separator grates, on the other hand. On that side, not too bad. On this side, this is the area you get to work with. Now, the camera will probably not do this justice at all, but my small body gets to edge up into this here area. Right here, about, barely any room whatsoever to lift these up in here, and then also I gotta tighten those. I've got them snugged with the Milwaukee, this thing, but that ain't gonna quite get to my spec. So I'm going back in. Brody.
We leave this in here for the next guy?
I suppose.
Jam it up in here.
No, we aren't gonna leave no pry bars.
I was kidding.
Chris, he
Only
would.
Chris.
Chris would definitely do that.
Yeah,
I don't know what's wrong with that guy.
Did you hear what he said the other day for you?
What'd he say? Is he talking whack?
No, he says he misses you.
Oh.
Too fag.
I miss you, Chris.
You don't watch your videos anymore, he said, though.
Oh, I beg to differ. He sends me Snapchats.
Yeah, we just got this to do and we're done.
No, the worst part about this part, well, these go in easy. That's a bright side. These go in easy. But then the leveling of the concave, this here deal, that's not easy, not fun. you know, the video, it'll make it look like it was, oh, that was no big deal, but it's really, you know what? One of them jobs that I'm really dreading.
I didn't mind this job. I didn't.
Says the guy on the open side of the
old,
combine.
The old ones were harder to come out because they're heavier.
Yeah, the aftermarket ones are definitely way
They
heavier.
don't look that much heavier.
They're massively heavier.
They look bigger.
Yeah, beefy. Beefy.
Delusional.
What?
Delusional.
I don't even know. Don't use big words like that around me. You know what confuses me?
I don't even know what it means.
He doesn't even know. Wow.
You're like, whoa.
So these are standard deer round bar. And these are what I've been running. When you hear me talk about Estes, this is the Estes ones. So they're like little Pac-Man mouth. That's what I've been running in my machine. The only thing I can say, so we've been done a lot of testing through with Bushel Plus. I think they had less grain splits, I'll be honest. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
But I have no problem with the Estes ones either. What's the number of it? The S7 900. Now, I can't compare either this machine or your machine to that machine because there's so many other mods to ours, like the slowdown kit, the back swept wings on the feed accelerator. I feel like that really helps that like these in general.
Agreed.
With the even factory OEM round bar. But I'll tell you what, for the day and a half I ran that S7, noticeably more ground up. Like the tank was white with
That's what you
ground up
said.
dust. Yes.
You could watch
So-
it come out of your motor.
Yes, you could. So I don't know if it was the round bars or just not having the feed accelerator slowed down, but that I noticed immediately, and we've chased and tested on this one and Brody's a lot. Brody's Bushel Plus definitely had less cracked corn. Still an acceptable amount through this machine. Both machines substantially better than the stock.
Yeah.
Substantially better.
Agreed.
Okay, we are to the stage where we got everything back together. All mechanical components. Actually, we had to take that back apart so that we can spin this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to adjust threshing clearance. So where all the threshing happens within this machine is in between this piece of metal and then the concaves, which are these, what we've been swapping out. So we're going to have Brody take this down to a more closed position, and we're going to level this. And what I mean by leveling this is when this is at 0, so all the way maxed out, the actual threshing elements should just be missing this here and back here, and you adjust that by these threaded bolts. Now the sucky part about adjusting that sounds really easy. It really does. It should be easy, but the way the mechanism works, when you have it closed all the way, you cannot get a wrench in there. I'll try to show you once we get going here, but yeah, it's a lot of open, close, open, close, open, close, adjust a quarter turn, close, open. Now that could just be that we're really fussy, but it is what we're gonna do. So, Brody, close the concave, please. You can go a long way, it's appearing like. Oh, we've made contact. I've got to loosen concave. You don't do anything as of right now. So here's the part that should be really easy. Just get your socket up in there, you know, or anywhere other than where it's at. And just loosen that, but you can't because this is in the way, and just the way this linkage is all, it's really hard to get a wrench on that nut there. This is when the process gets to be not so fun. Okay, like I said, it would look easy watching it on video, but we've got it leveled this way and set to 0. And what I mean set to 0 is when this thing is completely maxed out in the closed position, cannot do it, cannot move any more towards closed. That's where you zero it out at. So this machine, whoever buys this combine, can feel very confident about this being leveled. I think that's good. I think I can work with that. I opened it back up so I can jam nut this with a little more convenience. What are you doing?
Heating.
Because?
It won't come off.
Yeah. We instantaneously, when we started pulling on it, remembered how that bearing gets stuck on there from the last 4 times we've had to do this. So we're trying to heat that up. We've cut the bearing, the outside part of the bearing. Now the inside part of the bearing stuck on there. This is the slowdown kit for the feed accelerator, something I would highly suggest whether you're in corn or edible beans. Soybeans, not such a big deal, but definitely corn and edible beans slows down the feed accelerator. Just kind of annoying because it's an expensive kit, so it's not something you want to buy new every single time you trade combines. And then we got the Swede back here. He got his cover crop done. He seeded it.
The priorities are done. Now I can work on a combine.
So he's taken off all the cameras off of it because it did not come with cameras. That's something we added. So we're basically trying to take everything we added to the machine because most likely we're going to have to put it on the other machine. What the other machine is yet, I have no idea. Yet to be decided. You know what I want someone to comment?
Why not just cut it off?
No. The tool that would help us in this situation. We don't have a puller deep enough. Now I know we could buy a puller deeper, maybe should, but there's always these situations where you can't really get anything back behind here to start pulling, regardless if you had a puller. There's got to be something. I mean, people don't deal with this all the time as a mechanic trying to pull bearings.
Long reach puller.
Well, there's got to be assortments of different size shafts. I don't know. I've seen the cheap little Penmita thing that you wrap around there. That don't work. That's where my grandpa used to shop.
It's Shopco now.